I love flowers. I grow my own flowers, but I don't really know much about the business of growing flowers. So we went to the Toronto Flower Market the other week to meet with some local farmers. And we met with someone from La Primavera Farms, which is a third generation flower farm. It's been in existence since 1954. And here's what they had to say.
We grow lots of different kinds of flowers. So in the spring we do peonies, we grow lots of seedlings, dahlias, sunflowers, hydrangea, lots of cut annuals. And if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably pick peonies, which is what we were selling today. The difference is obviously going to be scale. The difference also is that usually the smaller flower farms are supporting individual families instead of always big businesses. So smaller flower farms usually have a little bit more attention to detail, attention and care to their flowers. And sometimes you have to pay a little bit more for things when they are grown at a smaller scale on a more local level. But all of that money directly benefits your local economy and that local family. I think we think differently from the bigger companies in that profits don't usually drive most of our main decisions. We're usually making decisions about what's best for the environment and the ecology of the land that we grow on. We're trying to think about what's best for our employees and what's best for ourselves. We're thinking about how best to use our time so that we're not working all of the time. So we're really, profits are definitely something that we have to think about, but usually most of the decisions that are made based on what we think is going to be good for, the land, ourselves, and our local communities. It's important to grow flowers locally, I think, for a couple of reasons. It's important to invest in your local community whenever possible. So just on that level, supporting like local businesses is important. I think locally growing flowers is important too, because that's how we increase the diversity of the flowers that you can see and buy at stores. If you're going to buy flowers from big grocery chains, you're going to see the same 6 flowers all the time, because some of those smaller levels of flowers are not really profitable for big corporations. So if you can invest in smaller businesses in your local community, we can learn to grow a huge range of different things that can also obviously benefit the consumer, but can also benefit the local ecology. We like to grow a lot of native flowers as well, and that can be good for pollinators and for the environment, and better than just big businesses and big flowers in greenhouses that are sort of separate from the environments that they are grown in. It would be hard to pick just one thing that I want people to know about growing flowers. I think the biggest thing for people to know is the amount of work that goes into it. A lot of the time when I tell people I work on a flower farm, they go, "That must be so nice. It must be so beautiful." And it definitely is, but there's a lot of like hard work and sweaty work that goes into it. So it's not quite as romantic as the name sounds. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort, and farmers and flower farmers invest a ton of like personal care and personal like love and emotion into their flowers. And so just know that when you're buying that stem from a local flower grower, it means so much more to that person than if you just bought it somewhere else.
Wow, I don't know about you, but my eyes have certainly been open to more about the business of growing flowers. And I think what I've learned is it's so important to support local flower growers. I'm so appreciative of all of the hard work that really goes into the business of growing flowers. So thank you, Primavera Farms. We'll see you next time.